All right, all right, all right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot and I both forgot and didn't forget about this. I know it's the last day of the book mess. Yeah, I got done with work and I decided instead to order barbecue and binge watch the other half of lessons in chemistry, which is a fantastic show. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. in the morning while I'm filming this, so at least I remembered at the end. So the last story is called Different Shades of Amira, about Indian woman having to deal with all the things that go on at an Indian wedding. You know, aunties telling you, why aren't you married yet? You're too independent. This is not me being whatever you think it is. This is how it was written in the story. So, day 12. Our hint is, I accept the gift with a smile and carefully unwrap the package. The corners of my mouth turn upward. It's a book entitled Princesses of the World in clean, bold letters on a soft purple cover. I flip it over, and on the back the word princess is written in multiple languages. How clever. Now, you can figure out exactly what it is by reading everything right after that, but that would kind of spoil the surprise for day 12. For y'all. I think I figured out what it is. And yeah, but okay. Because honestly, when I picked it up in the first video where we went through, ooh, I wonder what this is. I wonder what that is. I honestly thought it was going to be a book. And yeah. No. No bueno. It no be a book. It is something else. So here is our Princesses of the World. And then it has the word princess in the back, or on the back, for everything. And yes, if you've noticed at the bottom, 12 color eyeshadow palette. So, okay. So it's got a bit of a magnetic cover on it. Let's see. And then underneath, the mirror has a quote that says, behaving like a princess is work. It's not just about looking beautiful or wearing a crown. It is more about who you are inside. Julie Andrews. So, as you can see, it's an actual mirror. And then we have the Princesses of the World. Try to do it that way. Well, here, so we have, those are pretty. Those are super pretty. I don't know that I can wear all of them, but you know, there's a few in here. Maybe, you know what? Screw it. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. We'll do swatches because I don't plan on giving this up. So, Parul is a Bengali princess. So hopefully you guys can see that. See if I can't make it a little bit darker. No, we can see it better with the flash. So it looks like a really royal purple, but it goes on really sheer. It's got a little bit of iridescence to it. And then we've got this bright, shiny red. Oh, that's super pretty too. And then Belle, I gave her silver. Interesting. I always think of Belle, the Disney version with the bright gold dress. So, but silver, okay. See. The Kane, and I will go through the card after. Ooh, oh, that's a very Loki-ish looking green. Very sheer as well. Anahit. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly or not. Oh, that's actually like a really awesome like just shimmer type color. It doesn't really translate on camera unless I hold my hand like way down here. Nefana. We'll go up here again. Ooh, oh, I love that one. I love that. The brown with the iridescent red. That's super pretty. Cinderella. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear Cinderella or not. Just because, you know, I have more of hazel eyes rather than blue. But still really pretty blue. Actually, that blue would go really well with the frosty colors that I got from the Urban Decay Snow Globe mystery thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's 1 a.m. in the morning, and here we are doing makeup swatches. So then we have Sherazade. Who doesn't love a good Sherazade? Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love that. I love that one already. That one may be my absolute favorite. And then Elaine. So far, these are all iridescent and really shimmery. Let's see. And then Julieta. Yeah, another pretty bronzy color. That one's really pretty too. And so far, these kind of neutral shimmer ones are my favorites. Clean off my fingers so I can. And I think it's either Tara or Jara. Got a real pretty peach. Oh, that one's nice too. That's a nice, really summery one. And then Amari Devi? I don't know. Oh, this is like snowflake silver. Oh, but it's pretty. So it looks more silver than it actually goes on. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So we'll do this. Maybe you can see a little bit better. So Parul, the purple one, King's youngest queen gives birth to 7 sons, 1 daughter, but the jealous elder queens bury the boys who turn into flowers. Parul is whisked away secretly to grow up in the forest and returns home years later to help revive her brothers into princes. And then Shimcheong, Korean. Actually, maybe I'll just hold these up and let you guys do that. Shimcheong throws herself into the sea as a sacrifice so that her blind father can regain his eyesight. She's taken to the palace of the Dragon King and later sent back up to land, where she is chosen as the new wife of the Chinese emperor and reunites with her father. So the red makes sense then. I mean, Korean and red, and yeah, makes sense. Belle, French, clearly, and she had that kind of pewter gray color. We all know the story of Belle. Father's taken hostage by a menacing beast. Belle offers herself in his place. Every night the beast asks her to marry him, and every night she refuses until she falls in love with him and accepts, after which he returns to his true form as a human prince. So a little bit different than the Disney tale everyone's used to. But, you know, I'm a bookworm, clearly. So, yeah, I know the original stories. The Kane, South African, she was that shimmery Loki green. The Kane is the daughter of a great chief, and when he died, she was responsible for her brothers, whom she sent to school to be warriors. When they demanded items made from water dragon skin, the Kane sets off and slays a dragon to honor her family. Yeah, the Loki green makes sense then. Don't ask me why. It just does, okay? Nafanua, Samoan. So, yeah. Nafanua was sent by her father, the Lord of the Afterlife, to dispense justice for his brother and his brother's people when they're forced into slavery. with 4 weapons, each with a specific function. Nafau Nua. I don't even know if I'm saying that right anymore because, well, they spelled it differently. Yeah, down here in the description, it's... they spelled it differently, so I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Chases out the enemy and ultimately ends the war. Okay. And she was that shimmery pale color. Cinderella, German. Cinderella is the blue, clearly. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice these aren't going in order of the palette. Okay, anyway. After her father dies, Cinderella's stepmother treats her like a servant instead of a daughter. Years later, she goes to a ball with the help of a magic from her fairy godmother, where her prince falls in love with her. Scheherazade, she's the bright gold that I absolutely adore. Arabian Nights, Thousand Tales. Scheherazade it's actually one of my favorites, to be honest. Not the eye color of the story. Scheherazade is chosen as the Sultan's new bride, but every bride before her is beheaded the next morning so she cannot cheat on him. On her wedding night, Scheherazade begins to tell a tale, but leaves it on a cliffhanger so the Sultan allows her to live another night until 1001 nights pass by, at which point they fall in love and peace is restored. It's a fantastic story. Actually, it's a fantastic novel book is what it is. Let's see. Etain, Irish. She's that deep green, the really deep Irish green. That one right there, that actually came off as not so much green, but like a moss green shift. So Etain is a maiden of renowned beauty who marries the god Medar. But Medar's first wife, in a fit of jealousy, returns Etain into a butterfly. 1,000 years later, she is reborn and weds the High King of Ireland. That's a cute story. I like that one. Julieta, which is probably not the right pronunciation, and I'm going to say this again. I'm so sorry if I am mispronouncing these. Egyptian story. So after the queen dies, the king asks a matchmaker to find him a wife who can fit the anklet of his deceased wife. It's a little Cinderella-like. Anklet only fits the foot of the princess, who runs away when she learns her bridegroom is her father. Ew! Gross! The bridegroom is her father? Ew! She dresses in a suit of leather and ran to another kingdom where the prince falls in love with her. They return to her father, who learns of the matchmaker's deceit and gifts Julieta and the prince half the kingdom. Interesting. Oh, God, now that's stuck in my head, marrying your dad. I know every little girl goes through that phase at some point. Well, okay, maybe not every, but most, I'm gonna marry dad. But, no. I don't think I ever went through that phase. That doesn't sound like something I would do. I think my mom said two of my aunties went through that phase when they were kids. So anyway, okay. Yara, Brazilian. Yara. Oh, okay. So it was It's not Tara, not Giara. It was Yara. Is that bright, shimmery, peachy gold, which makes sense if it's Brazilian. Rio de Janeiro. That is a very fitting color. Yara was the daughter of a spiritual leader in the Amazon dwelling tribe and the best warrior. When her jealous brothers try to kill her in her sleep, she jolts awake and accidentally kills them both in self-defense. Father sends the tribe to hunt her down, and eventually she is caught and thrown in a river where she drowns and is then turned into a half-fish, half-human person. The first of river-dwelling mermaids. Okay, so we got a Brazilian Little Mermaid story. Amari Devi. She's that very last one. I have no idea if I pronounced it correctly. Cambodian. Amari Devi. Maybe I'll just call her Amari for this. Had 4 suitors, but instead of choosing any of them, she married a young man of her choosing. Out of jealousy, the suitors convinced the king that the new husband was bad, and the king exiled him. In revenge, Amari Devi Sets traps to catch suitors by using her jewels as bait, which they stole and brought them to court. They were punished and her husband was allowed to return. So, I mean, that's really cute. And actually, this gives me some ideas for the 2024 reading challenge that we're going to see in more. But before I do that, we will, you get to see all my finger swatches like right there. But there we go. There are all the colors. They're super pretty. And that's the longest reveal we've had in this whole thing. But super cute. That is the end of our advent calendar. I'm so happy about it. These have been awesome. Now I got to figure out what the next book is I'm going to read. But this was a great volume. So this has been long enough. It's after 1 in the morning. It's going on 1:30 in the morning. So me and my nicely makeup colored hand now are going to wash up and go to bed because I have a long day ahead of me. So I will see you in a few days when the next box gets here. Bye.